Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ricky. I'm going to be wearing sunglasses today because obviously I don't have makeup on. Before I get started, let me just tell you, today did not work out as planned. I was supposed to get up early and work out, but yesterday I worked out, and when I woke up this morning, you guys, my legs were so sore. Like, it hurts to just turn in bed, to like turn away or something, to sit down, to walk up and down the stairs. It's a struggle. So I was like, oh no, today's gonna be my rest day because there is no way I'm working out feeling like this. So I decided I was just gonna do yoga. But what I also had planned for today was I was gonna tan, because if you guys seen me from the summer compared to now, I look like Casper the Ghost. So I was planning on tanning, but also when I woke up, I don't know if you guys can see, but my eczema started breaking out. It's a lot better now, and it's on my neck too. It's a lot better now than it was this morning because I put some medicine on it, but it was not fun. And not only that, because if I put tanning lotion or something on, then it's just going to irritate my eczema more and make it break out more, and I don't want that. Tanning wouldn't work out anyway because right now it's overcast. It looks like it's gonna rain. It hasn't rained. Yesterday it was so hot, so I don't understand. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It is not the day for tanning. It is not the day for working out. Today is a chill day. Sit back, drink some tea, drink some hot chocolate, and I'm just going to give you guys a little story time, or kind of an update, kind of both. I'm just going to tell you guys where I've been for the past, since winter formal, pretty much, because winter formal, that week, I was sick, and I had a strep throat and a flu, and that's going to come back into the story. Since January, I have had strep throat 3 times. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this was the 3rd time that I've got it since January. So that's January, February, and now we're in March. So basically, I've got it once every month, which is just ridiculous. And my mom even told me if you get strep throat a lot, you might have to get your tonsils taken out. I don't want that. I don't like strep throat, and if any of you are like, strep throat and sore throat, it's the same thing, it is not. Okay, when I have a sore throat, I can still talk, I can still swallow. It's not comfortable, but I can still swallow and I can still drink. And when I have a strep throat, oh my gosh, you guys, it was one of the most painful experiences I have ever dealt with. I thought something was like seriously wrong. I thought it was way worse than strep throat because I've never really had it before. We're gonna go back to January when I got it the first time. It hadn't gotten to where it was like that bad. It was pretty bad, but I had the flu as well, so that wasn't really helping. My body was aching. I was dizzy. I felt like I was gonna faint. I had to take breaks in the shower. Like I couldn't shower the whole time consistently. I would like run out of breath and feel like I was gonna pass out, and everything starts blacking out. And so like after I shampooed my hair, I had to like not sit, but like kind of crouch down in the shower and just breathe and catch my breath, and then like wash it out, condition my hair, and it was just like a process just to take a shower and to walk up and down the stairs, and just like normal everyday things was a lot for me. And because when you have the flu, it takes a lot out of you, and that's what happened that time. So I had to take basically that whole week off of work, and then winter formal was that Friday, because it was Friday the 13th. But by that day, I was feeling a lot better. My throat had definitely gone down, but I still had the flu, and I was still like, but winter formal did work out good. Okay, so the next time that I got sick, I know it was in February, got it again, and I had to take basically almost the whole week off of work again. This was affecting my job at this point. I woke up and my throat was feeling kind of scratchy, like I'm getting the flu or a sore throat. So after that, I took Zicam, and then I drank tea that whole day. I drank hot tea because I was not trying to get sick. Okay, I took vitamin C. I was doing all the right things. Well, I wake up the next morning with like a full, like, basically a full-blown sore throat. We'll call it a sore throat for right now. It was bad. And it was hard for me to talk. It hurt for me to talk. It hurt for me to swallow. It was a more severe a more severe sore throat was what I thought it was. So I had work that day. So I go to work. I'm a cashier, so I have to talk to customers all day. And talking to the customers didn't help my situation. It really just made it worse. And by the end of the day, when I was drinking, like when I would drink water or anything, I would have to clench my teeth and like this. I'll just show you guys a little bit of, like, let's say this is my water. Well, it is my water. Okay, so that would be my face, okay, because I could not. It was just a struggle to drink or eat anything. And I remember that day I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't eat lunch because, oh, no. And then for dinner, we went to Cafe Rio, and I really didn't want to go because I just wasn't feeling up for it. I had had a terrible day. It just wasn't going good. And so I got the chicken tortilla soup because I really couldn't eat anything. And even that, like trying to eat that was, it just like I couldn't. And trying to eat it hurt so bad that I started crying. I went to the bathroom and I was just like so upset, you know? I'm like, I can't even enjoy my food. I can't eat. I can't drink. Like, it hurt so bad, and I'm not even exaggerating. Everybody thought I was exaggerating, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. But the next day, it was the same. It was bad. It was terrible. I wasn't drinking anything. I wasn't drinking water. I was drinking a little bit of tea, but barely. Like, barely at all. I probably had like 1 cup for that whole day. I was dehydrated, and my throat was just bad. Like, I couldn't talk. I wouldn't talk at all. I couldn't talk. And I think that was what just, if you know me, like, I have to talk. I'm a talker. I like to talk. I like to sing. I like to eat. It's like getting too much, and the medicine wasn't working. I was just taking like sore throat medicine, and then I finally looked in the mirror. It's like 4:30, and my boyfriend was staying over, and he was kind of taking care of me. I go and look in the mirror, and I open my mouth, and I'm looking at my throat, and my tonsils are so swelled up. My right side tonsil was swelled up a lot more than this side, and it was to the point where it was touching my uvula, I think that's what it's called. The part that hangs down your throat, my tonsil was swelled up so bad that it was touching it, and my throat was just like closing in, and I could barely breathe. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't do anything. It was just hurting so bad. So I was like, oh my god, I freaked out because I had never seen anything like that before. I got my boyfriend, and I remember I got my phone and I turned on the flashlight. I opened my mouth hecka wide, and I just pointed the flashlight in my throat, and he was just like, you need to go show your mom that. And so I showed her, and she's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to go to the hospital? And I said, yeah, because this is just like The pain is unbearable. I haven't eaten anything in 2 days. I barely drink anything. I can't do this anymore. So we went to the hospital. They took me almost right away. I told them it was a strep throat, right? They're like, oh, well, it might just be a sore throat. It might be mono. So we're going to take your blood to test to see if it's mono. That's fine. Take my blood, that's cool. I don't like needles, but you're not touching my throat. That's all closed up, and that's hurting and burning. Like, you can touch anywhere else. Don't touch my throat. You can touch the outside of my throat. That's fine. No, they want to test to see if it's strep throat. After I already told them. So they stick this long stick thing down my throat, and they were like, oh, I didn't get it that time, so they had to do it again. I'm over there like pushing the doctor back, like, no, and I start crying because it's hurting so bad, and everybody's getting mad at me because I won't let them do it, and they basically just like scraped my throat, So it hurt for like 20-30 minutes. Well, no, it was like 20 minutes afterwards, but then I was sitting there for heck long. We didn't leave until like 9 or 10, and we got there at like 5-ish something. They were like, okay, well, we're gonna need to put an IV in you because you're really dehydrated, and it's take the pain away and a whole bunch of other stuff. So they put like, I don't know how many fluids it was into me, but they first poked me right here. I should have showed you guys when the bruising was there. Anyways, they poked me right here first, and they put the IV in, and I'm thinking everything's fine. But she comes back like 10 minutes later, and she's like, oh, it's not flowing. We must have not got your vein. What? So they were like, oh, so we're gonna have to take it out and put it in again somewhere else. I'm like, are you serious? You're a nurse. You're supposed to know how to do all this, and now you first poked me. First you stuck something down my throat. You stuck this long stick down my throat, and now you poked me, and you couldn't even get it right, so they had to take it out, and that hurt. And then they had to poke me again over here, and I'm thinking, if this doesn't work, I am just done. I just want to leave, And so finally, they got it right. It was good. It was flowing, and about like 15 minutes later, I want to say, I started feeling better to where I could talk, and the more the fluids went into me, like the longer I was on the IV, the more I felt better, and then I could talk like all the way, and it was still hurting, but it hurt just like a regular sore throat at that point. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank God, I can talk, I can sing, I can, I was all good. They gave me some medicine. They gave me these antibiotics and then pain medicine, and I want to say they gave me something else, but I don't remember. So then I went home, and from then on, like, I thought it was going to get worse, but it just got a lot better. But then, this is the part, they gave me antibiotics to keep it under control, okay, and to make sure it went away and it was cured. Well, if you guys don't know, sometimes antibiotics, they have some gross side effects. One side effect would be a yeast infection or a UTI, whatever you guys want to call it, and I know you guys are like, ew, whatever, but things happen, everybody gets it, and so that happened, and so right after that happened, I take that a lot more seriously than a strep throat. I mean, that stuff burns, it is not fun, no. So that happened, and I was like, right away I stopped taking the antibiotics because I didn't want that to get worse. And so then finally that ended, and my throat was better and everything. Well, 2 weeks later, guess what comes back, guys? Strep throat. So I go to work, right, because I have taken enough days off for a strep throat. I have taken enough days off for the flu. This is the 3rd time I've gotten this, so I can't be taking any more days off, you know what I'm saying? So I go into work knowing I have a strep throat, knowing this stuff is contagious because my boyfriend got it when I got it the 2nd time when I had to go to the hospital. I could barely talk, I could barely swallow, it's hard. And so I did it anyway. And thank God I still had medicine from the first time. I still had the pain medicine and the antibiotics. So I started taking them again. But yeah, that first day that I went back to work, I could barely talk, you know? And so they sent me home early and they told me not to come back the next day. That was Thursday when I went in. So they told me not to come in Friday. And then Saturday, they told me not to come in, and Sunday they told me not to come in again. But, so that's 4 days that I had to take off work. You know what I'm saying? Well, 3 days, 3.5 if you want to get technical, because I had to go home early on Thursday. But, I started taking the antibiotics again. And, you guys, I am just done with the antibiotics. I am done because the freaking side effects again. Let me tell you, I made a video about this too while it was happening, and
Hey guys, so I know this is terrible lighting and everything, but I'm about to do a live story time with you guys because this is just ridiculous. It is literally like 5:45 in the morning. The side effects are back, and it's not all the same side effects, but they're different. Been going on since midnight. I keep having to pee, guys. Like, I have the urge to pee, but if I go, nothing will come out. I don't know what to do because, like, I keep having to pee. Like, I have to pee right now, but if I go, nothing's gonna happen. So, like, either a little bit will come out or nothing will come out at all. And basically what I'm worried about is my boyfriend's sleeping in bed right now. So if I go to sleep, I'm just scared that I'm gonna wet the bed or something because, like, I have to pee really bad. Like, bad. But if I go, nothing's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm scared I'm gonna wet the bed, and then I'm gonna have to tell him, obviously, and then he's gonna be so grossed out, I'm gonna be so embarrassed, and I just don't want to go through that whole thing. Like, I really want to stop taking these antibiotics because these side effects are, like, ridiculous. It's like, I mean, obviously it is helping my throat, but it's making all this other stuff happen. Like, what is the point, you know? Now I need to go get medicine for all the side effects. I've been trying to drink water so that, like, I can actually pee, but it's not really helping my situation so far.
I'm just gonna like say it over just real quick just because I'm gonna insert the video and you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about. But basically, I don't know what you want to call it, but I kept having the urge to pee, and even when I didn't have to go, like, I would go to the bathroom and nothing would happen, and I'm just like, what do I do? And of course that night my boyfriend was here again, and so I remember it was like 2 in the morning and we're sitting here watching TV and I just keep going to the bathroom, and then it's like 3 something and he falls asleep, or like 3 or 4 and he falls asleep. And I wanted to go to sleep, but at the same time I didn't, because I'm like, what if I wet the bed and, you know, he's right here, that's gonna be so embarrassing. Like, I don't want to do that. It's like 6 in the morning and I'm still awake. I'm still going back and forth to the bathroom, and I was like, well, maybe if I drink a lot of water, it'll make me actually have to go, and that'll solve the problem. Well, that just kind of made it worse. And so finally my boyfriend was like, you're still up? Or I don't even know what he said, but he was like, what's wrong? And I told him, and then he's like, it's okay, babe, just go to sleep, it's gonna be fine. So I did, and thankfully everything was fine. Today was my last day taking the antibiotics. I've been back to work though, so that's all good. My strep throat's gone, and since I've finished taking the antibiotics, I'm really praying that it's fully gone and it won't come back in the next 2 weeks or anytime soon. Hopefully not anytime ever. That's really all that I wanted to tell you guys. I've just been sick, like, basically non-stop since January, so I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm sorry for being gone this whole time, but you know, life happens and you gotta deal with it, and I just had to take some time for myself and get myself back together, get my health back, in shape, and now I'm getting back on my routine. I've been working out, doing yoga, eating a lot healthier, and just taking better care of myself, taking vitamin C every single day, because we all know how easily I get sick. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update and a little story time, and I love you guys, so have a good day. Bye.